Discuss on Angular components. In this video, we will learn how to create and use a custom component in the application. As we know, all the app related content will reside in the app folder. So let us create one more folder for the backend stuff. Go to app. So this involves three steps: building one component, registering the component, and then using the component in the application. So right now we are in the first step. We are creating one component. So let us create one more folder for the backend. I will name it as backend. Always try to make a folder for each component. It's not needed, but it's a good practice. Now we will create components inside this folder. So just go, click on file. Now to name it backend, it's not compulsory, but as we are creating component for the backend, we need to start with the backend. Just for the naming convention we are following. Dot, and it is a component, mention it as a component. Dot ts, it stands for the TypeScript file. Now let's create one HTML file for this. Dot HTML. Let's mention something. The backend component. Save it. Now this is blank. A component is nothing but a class, right? If it is a class, Angular can instantiate it or can make an object of this class. We need to export the components. So just export it, export class, then name the class backend component. This is an empty class right now. So we need to export the components so that we can use it outside this file. So we are exporting this stuff from here, and we can use this component inside any other application or inside any other file, right? So we are going to use this component in the app component. So it's to be exported so that we can import it wherever is necessary. So this is just a normal TypeScript class, but right now this is just a class. How to make it a component? For that we need component decorator. So in TypeScript, the decorator starts with @. Just search for component. You can see this is the component, right? So this component that we can use here, and this component needs to be imported, and this is available in this core package of the Angular. So just we are going to create one component. Now decorators. Decorators are TypeScript features which enhances the functionality of a class as per its uses. So we need to import it, this component. It will tell Angular that what to do with this class, the class that we have mentioned here. This is the component class. It needs to have certain parameters. For example, selector, select selector, and this needs to be string. This must be string and unique, as it acts like identity for the component. So let's keep it app backend. Now comes the template URL. So this is the HTML file that needs to be rendered on calling this template. So when this component will be called, it will render the HTML file. So we have this HTML file for this component. So just give the name dot slash, then the HTML file name backend dot component dot HTML. Now we have created the component and its corresponding HTML file. Now the second part is to register this component. So go to the app.module.ts file. Now to use our component, we need to make some changes in the app module. App module bundles the components into packages. So app module uses ng module decorator from the core package. So this is the ng module that you can see, which has been imported from the core package of this Angular. The module contains 4 properties: declarations, imports, providers, and the bootstrap. I already explained the bootstrap in previous tutorial, that it bootstrap all these array of the components that has been mentioned here. It tells Angular about the components it needs to be bootstrapped while loading the application. Every time you create a new component, just like we created a new component backend, you need to register it in the app model. So this is the app model, so that Angular know that this component exists in the application. Angular will not scan the whole file by default. So if you have created any component, make sure to register it in the app model. So we register components in the declarations array. So just get your component's name. This is the component name. Copy it, go here and register it in the declarations array. For this, it will throw error because we have not imported this backend component. So when you go to console, after compilation, it must throw that backend component is unknown. So what we need to do? Now we have registered our custom component here. So it is compiled successfully. There is no error. So the second part is over, the registration of this component. So we have created the component, we have registered it in the app.model.ts. Now the third part is to use this component in the application. To use this component, we have the selector. Just copy the selector name, which is used to identify this component. Now HTML file where we need to use this component. So we have copied this, go to this and just mention, just copy this backend. Now we are going to use this in the app root, the HTML file, just paste it. So now we are going to use this HTML file in this component inside this HTML file. So we are calling this component. Now you can see, no, there is app backend. Yes, it is printing the value. It is printing the HTML content that we have in this backend and the backend component. So we just created one component, created one new folder, created the component class, its corresponding HTML file. Then we registered it in the app.model.ts as a backend component. In the third step, we utilized this component inside this HTML file. So we are calling this component here. So in this way, you just created one backend component. You can use this component anywhere you want inside any application. Just you need to import that because we have already exported it. Just import that from there and then you can use that component. So just do not forget to import this backend component in the declarations part. We need to register it here before we use it. In the next video, we will see how to use the styling in this component.